Once again, I welcome to my online class. Today we shall read a new topic, The House on Fire. Lesson 3, The House on Fire. You see, children, there is a house. It was burning. There are other houses. There is thick smoke over the house. There are big flames. Can you see? It is burning with big flames and a thick smoke. We are going to read the topic, The House on Fire. What is the topic's name? The House on Fire. Lesson 3, The House on Fire. It was the 12th of May last year. It was a hot afternoon on Sunday. I was watching TV. My sister Arupa was with me. We were seeing an Uriya film on TV. Father was lying in his bed and reading a magazine. Mother was making coffee for him. Suddenly we heard a noise. Fire, fire. Father came out of his room. I also came out with him. Our neighbors were running to Mr. Naik's house. The house was on fire. It was burning with big flames and thick smoke. People were standing in the street. They were shouting, Fire! Fire! Some young men were carrying buckets of water and throwing the water on the burning house. They were trying to put the fire out. ଏବେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଦେବା ଏ ଲେସନ୍ର କଷ୍ଟ ଶବ୍ଦ ଗୁଡ଼ିକୁ, difficult words and their meaning. Last year, ଗତ ବର୍ଷ, afternoon, ଉପରବେଳା, watching, ଦେଖିବା, lying, ଶୋଇ ରହିବା, ପଡ଼ି ରହିବା, seeing, ଦେଖିବା, making, ତିଆରି କରିବା, hear, ହାର୍ଡ଼ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ତାର ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଫର୍ମରେ hear, ଶୁଣିବା, noise, ଶବ୍ଦ, flame, ଶିଖା, come in, ଭିତରକୁ ଆସିବା, come out, ବାହାରକୁ ଯିବା, ବାହାରକୁ ଆସିବା, ବାହାରକୁ ଆସିବା, come in, ଭିତରକୁ ଆସିବା, ଆଉ come out, ବାହାରକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିବା. ନେବର୍ସ ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ, ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଟ୍ ରାସ୍ତା, ବର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଜଳିବା, ପୋଡ଼ି ହେଇଯିବା, ଥିକ୍ ସ୍ମୋକ୍, ଥିକ୍ କହିଲେ ଘନ ବା ମୋଟା, ସ୍ମୋକ୍ କହିଲେ ଧୂଆଁ, ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଯୋଡ଼ିକି ଲେଖିପାରିବା ଏମିତି। କ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଫର୍ମ, ତାର ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଫର୍ମ କଟ୍, ଯାହାର ଅର୍ଥ ଧରିବା। ପୁଟ୍ ଦ ଫାୟାର ଆଉଟ୍, ନିଆଁ ଲିଭେଇବା। ପୁଟ୍ ଦ ଫାୟାର ଆଉଟ୍ ଅର୍ଥ ନିଆଁ ଲିଭେଇବା। ସାଉଟିଂ, ସାଉଟ୍ ପାଟି କରିବା, କ୍ୟାରିରୁ କ୍ୟାରିଂ ବୋହି ନେବା, ଥ୍ରୋରୁ ଥ୍ରୋଇଂ ଫିଙ୍ଗିବା, ଟ୍ରାଏରୁ ଟ୍ରାଇଂ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା, ବିଟ୍ ରୁ ବିଟିଂ ବାଡ଼େଇବା, ବ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଫର୍ମ, ଯାହାର ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଫର୍ମ ବ୍ରଟ୍, ଆଣିବା, ଲ୍ୟାଡର ସିଡ଼ି, କେୟାରଫୁଲି ଯତ୍ନରେ, ଗଟ୍ ଇନଟୁ ଭିତରକୁ ଯିବା, ଗେଟ୍ ଇନଟୁରୁ ଗଟ୍ ଇନଟୁ, ରିଚ୍ ପହଞ୍ଚିବା, ଇନ୍ ହିଜ୍ ଆର୍ମ ଦୁଇ ହାତରେ ଜାବୁଡ଼ିକି ଧରିବା, ମାନେ କୋଳେଇ ନେବା। ପ୍ରେଜ୍, ପ୍ରେଜ୍ଡ, ପ୍ରେଜ୍ ହେଉଛି ତାର ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଫର୍ମ, ଯାହାର ଅର୍ଥ ହେଉଛି ପ୍ରଶଂସା କରିବା। ସ୍ପ୍ରେଡ୍ ବିଛେଇ ଦେବା, ବିଛାଡ଼ି ହେଇ ପଡ଼ିବା, ଜାଲ ବିଛିବାକୁ ସ୍ପ୍ରେଡ୍ କହନ୍ତି। ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଦେବା, ଆମେ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ କହୁ। ଏମିତି ଥିଲା ଏ ଲେସନ୍ର କଷ୍ଟ ଶବ୍ଦ। The house on fire. It was the 12th of May last year. Last year, ଗତ ବର୍ଷ, ଆମେ ଏମିତି କହିପାରିବା ନେକ୍ସଟ ଇୟର, ଆସନ୍ତା ବର୍ଷ, ଦିସ୍ ଇୟର, ଏଇ ବର୍ଷ। ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଡେ, ୟେଷ୍ଟରଡେକୁ କହୁଛୁ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଡେ, ନେକ୍ସଟ ଡେ ଟୁମୋରୋକୁ କହୁଛୁ ଦିସ୍ ଡେ, ଟୁଡେ। ସେମିତି ଲାଷ୍ଟ ମନ୍ଥ ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ଦିସ୍ ମନ୍ଥ, ନେକ୍ସଟ ମନ୍ଥ ଆସନ୍ତା ମାସ, ନେକ୍ସଟ କହିଲେ ଆସନ୍ତା, ଆଉ ଲାଷ୍ଟ କହିଲେ ଯେଉଁଟା ଚାଲିଯାଇଛି। It was the 12th of May last year. ଗତ ବର୍ଷର ମଇ ମାସ 12 ତାରିଖ। 12th of May, 12 ତାରିଖ, 12 ତାରିଖ ଥିଲା। It was the 12th of May. ଗତ ବର୍ଷ ମଇ ମାସ 12 ତାରିଖ ଥିଲା। It was a hot afternoon on Sunday. ସେଦିନ ମଧ୍ୟ ରବିବାର ଥିଲା। And it was also a hot afternoon. ହଟ୍ କହିଲେ ଏଠି ବହୁତ ଗରମ ହେଉଥିଲା। ଗ୍ରୀଷ୍ମ ଦିନିଆ, ଖରା ଦିନିଆ ଉପରବେଳା ଥିଲା। ମେ ମାସ ସାଧାରଣ ଭାବରେ ଆମର ବୈଶାଖ ମାସ ପଡ଼ିଥାଏ। ମେ ଜୁନରେ ପ୍ରବଳ ଖରା ହୁଏ, ଆମର ଗ୍ରୀଷ୍ମ ଛୁଟି ପଡ଼େ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ। ତ ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ସେଇ ମେ ମାସର 12 ତାରିଖ ଥିଲା, ଯେଉଁ ଖରାଦିନିଆ ଉପରବେଳା ଥିଲା, ଯେଉଁଟାକି ରବିବାର ପଡ଼ିଥିଲା। I was watching TV. You See, there are two children, a boy and a girl. One of them said, I was watching TV. The boy was. The boy was saying, I was watching TV. My sister Orupa was with me. That girl's name is Orupa. And Orupa's brother was watching TV. They both are watching TV. They were watching TV then. They were watching an Oriya film on TV. What were they watching? What were they seeing? They were seeing an Oriya film. Father was lying in his bed. ଅରୁପା ଏବଂ ତାର ଭାଇ ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ? ଟିଭି ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ। ଟିଭିରେ କ'ଣ ଦେଉଥିଲା କି? ନା ଟିଭିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ସିନେମା ଦେଉଥିଲା। ଓଡ଼ିଆ ସିନେମା ଗୋଟେ ଭାଇ ଭଉଣୀ ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ। ଭଉଣୀର ନାଁ ଅରୁପା, ଭାଇର ନାଁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଦେଇନାହିଁ, ଆମେ ପରେ ଜାଣିବା। They were watching an Oriya film on TV. Their father was lying in his bed. Orupa's father was lying in his bed. ଖଟରେ ସେ ଶୋଇଥିଲେ। ସେମିତିକି ନୁହେଁ, ସେ ଶୋଇ ପଡ଼ିଥିଲେ। He was reading a magazine. Father was lying in his bed and reading a magazine. ଗୋଟେ ପତ୍ରିକା ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ। ଶୋଇକି ଗୋଟେ ପତ୍ରିକା ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ। ଅରୁପାର ବାପା ଖଟ ଉପରେ ଶୋଇକି ଗୋଟେ ପତ୍ରିକା ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ। Mother was making coffee for him. What was mother doing? Mother was making coffee. Mother was making coffee for whom? For father. Orupa's mother was making coffee for her father. You see here their father was lying in his bed and reading a magazine. Suddenly we heard a noise. Suddenly Arupa and her brother heard a noise. They heard a noise. ସେମାନେ ହଠାତ୍ ପାଟି ଶୁଣିଲେ, ବାହାରୁ ଶବ୍ଦ ଶୁଣିଲେ। ଫାୟାର ଫାୟାର କ'ଣ ଶୁଣିଲେ? ନିଆଁ ଲାଗି ଯାଇଥିବାର ପାଟି ହେଉଛି ଯେଉଁ, ତାକୁ ଶୁଣିଲେ। ଫାୟାର ଫାୟାର, ନିଆଁ 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 ଲାଗିଗଲା, ଏମିତି ଶୁଣିଲେ। Suddenly Arupa and her brother heard a noise, fire, fire. So father came out of his room. Father came out of his room. ନିଆଁ ନିଆଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଶୁଣିବେ ବାପା ବାହାରକୁ ଆସିବେ ନା ବାପା 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 ବାହାରକୁ ବାହାରି ଆସିଲେ came out and I also came out with him. Arupa's brother also came with his father. ତାର ଭାଇ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେ ବି ମଧ୍ୟ କହୁଛି ଯେ ସିଏ ତା ବାପାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ବାହାରକୁ ବାହାରି ଆସିଲା. Arupa's brother came out with his father. Our neighbors were running to Mr. Naik's house. Our neighbors, neighbor କହିଲେ ଆମେ ଆମ ଘର ପାଖରେ ଥିବା ଘର ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ବୁଝୁ ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ପଡ଼ୋଶୀଙ୍କୁ ବୁଝୁ. ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ ତାକୁ କହୁ, ଇଂରେଜୀରେ ତାକୁ ନେବର୍ସ କୁହାଯାଏ. Our neighbors were running to Mr. Naik's house. Who were running to Mr. Naik's house? Our neighbors were running to Mr. Naik's house. Whom were they running? They were running to Mr. Naik's house. ଆମ ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ ମାନେ କୋଉଠିକି ଦୌଡ଼ୁଥିଲେ? ଆମ ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ ମାନେ ଶ୍ରୀଯୁକ୍ତ ନାୟକଙ୍କ ଘରକୁ ଦୌଡ଼ୁଥିଲେ. Why were they running to Mr. Naik's house? Because Mr. Naik's house was on fire. You see in the picture, there is a house, it is on the fire. It is on fire. The house was on fire. It was burning with big flames. Here the flames, ଶିଖା ଦେଖୁଛ, ଶିଖା କେତେ କେତେ ବଡ଼ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠିଛି. Flames. Whose house is this? This is Mr. Naik's house. The house was on fire. It was burning with big flames and a thick smoke. Thick smoke. Smoke କହିଲେ ଧୂଆଁ. Thick ବହଳିଆ. ବହୁତ ଜୋରରେ ଧୂଆଁ ବାହାରିଲେ ଯେମିତି ଆମକୁ ତା ଭିତରେ ଧୂଆଁ ବାହାରିଲେ କିଛି ଦେଖାଯାଏନି, ସେମିତି ପୁରା ଧୂଆଁରେ ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଥାଏ. ତାକୁ କୁହନ୍ତି ଥିକ୍ ସ୍ମୋକ୍. ଥିକ୍ କହିଲେ ଘଞ୍ଚ, ବହଳିଆ, ଘନ. ତ ଏଇଠି ପ୍ରବଳ ଧୂଆଁ ବାହାରୁଥିବାରୁ ତାକୁ କୁହାହେଉଛି ଥିକ୍ ସ୍ମୋକ୍. It was burning with big flames and thick smoke. ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିପାରିବା ଏଠି ବିଗ୍ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ସ. ଏଠି ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ହେଇଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି ଥିକ୍ ସ୍ମୋକ୍ ହେଇଛି. ସ୍ମୋକ୍ କହିଲେ ଏଠି ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ସ କହିଲେ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକୁ ଆମେ ଏଠି ଦେଖ, ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଦୁଇଟା ଏମିତି ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ ବାହାରୁଛି. ତ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ରୁ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ହେଇଛି, ପ୍ଲୁରାଲ୍ ହେଇଛି. ଥିକ୍ ସ୍ମୋକ୍ ପ୍ଲୁରାଲ୍ ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ. ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଅନକାଉଣ୍ଟେବୁଲ୍ ନାଉନ୍. ଧୂଆଁ, ପାଣି, ବାଲି ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଆମେ ଗଣି ପାରିବାନି. ସୋ they are uncountable. Smoke, ସେଥିପାଇଁ thick smoke ହେଇଛି. People were standing in the street. Who were standing in the street? The people were standing in the street. Where were the people standing? The people were standing in the street. ଲୋକମାନେ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଛିଡ଼ା ହେଇକି ସବୁ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି. and they were shouting. Who were shouting? The people were shouting. What were they shouting? They were shouting fire, fire. Who were shouting fire, fire, fire? The people standing in the street were shouting fire, fire. जो ଲୋକମାନେ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଛିଡ଼ା ହେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେ ନିଆଁ ନିଆଁ କହିକି ଘର ପୋଡ଼ିଗଲା କହିକି ଚିଲଉଛନ୍ତି, ପାର୍ଟି କରୁଛନ୍ତି. Some young men were carrying buckets of water and throwing the water on the burning house. Some young men were carrying. You see, there were some young men who were trying to put the fire out. They were carrying buckets of water and they throwing the water on the burning house and trying to put the fire out. ଦେଖ ପିଲାମାନେ, ସେଠି କିଛି ଯୁବକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଯେଉଁମାନେ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି. ସେମାନେ ବାଲ୍ଟିରେ ପାଣି ନେଇ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ଜଳୁଥିବା ଘର ଉପରକୁ ଫିଙ୍ଗୁଛନ୍ତି. ସେମାନେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ନିଆଁକୁ ଲିଭାଇବା ପାଇଁ. They were throwing the water to put the fire out. What were the young men doing? The young men were carrying buckets of water and throwing the water on the burning house. Why? Why were the young men throwing the water on the burning house? Because they were trying to put the fire out.